Hey, y'all. We about to get started in 2 minutes. I hope y'all got y'all drinks ready, bitch, and be ready to stir it up, honey. Stir it up. The funky bunch in the building. Yes, God, honey. Oh, is y'all ready? Is you ready, girl? Oh, is you ready? Let's get on in here and open up this line. Let's get on in here and open up this line. Let me see what all going on up in here. Let's open up this line. All right. All right. All right. Boom, boom. Oh, it's 9 o'clock on the dot. Y'all know one thing about me, baby. We starts on time right here because the girls got to go to work. Now this dog want to start playing with this damn ball. As soon as it's time for me to go live, he want to start playing with this ball. Let me pull up the show. Let me pull up the show. Show rundown. Bim. Hey y'all, welcome to the third installment of Dineva Live. Y'all already know, have your drink ready. Because when we make a point and we got something good going on, we do what, Funky Bunch? We stir it up. On tonight's episode, tonight's episode is sponsored by Faucet Water. If you are moving, you too will have no groceries and have to drink faucet water. Hydrate. Nevertheless, let me apologize for... Well, first and foremost, let me make sure y'all can hear me. Is it the light button game? CP. Okay, what happened to the... Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay. Let me first and foremost apologize. Come on, buddy. Buddy want to say hi, y'all. Say hi, buddy. First and foremost, let me apologize for not bringing y'all the show yesterday. Like, everything is packed up. We're in the process of moving into the new spot. And then when I looked at the show that we put together, I was like, man, we cannot table this show into next week. We've got to do it. So I just opted. Buddy, okay, you got to get down there. I got to work. Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills, buddy. Yes, I'm like white people. I kiss my dogs in the mouth, and it ain't never stopped me from getting no man, your neighbor husband, your husband, or Tony. All right, buddy, off. Nevertheless, I did not want to do the show from the sofa again, y'all. Y'all saw I done bought all this equipment, all kind of backdrop stuff to build this big magnificent set, and this shit just looks janky and nigger rigged to me, and I didn't want to do it. However, at the urging of the people around me and to many of y'all on social media who were like, Dineva, we don't give a damn if you on the sofa, if you on a deserted island, we just want to talk. It made me feel a little better, and I was willing to go ahead and do the show again from the sofa. Although now that I look at it, I mean, the sofa really ain't all that bad. Nevertheless, the new spot, we're going to have it going on, y'all. Teleprompters, lights, cameras, action, and everything in between. But nevertheless, let's get this show on the road because we got a lot of shit to talk about today, and we got a lot of things to do. So take a sip, stir it up, and let's get ready for Hot Topics. Quiet as it's kept. Somebody got to do it since Wendy Williams' ass still out playing around with that man. Y'all, singer James Ingram don't kick the bucket now. For all you young hoes that might not understand, love me today, find 100 ways. Or many of y'all might know James Ingram from Here in the garden, a temptation so right, passion will make you fall for what you feel. A hinder. That Quincy Jones Secret Garden with Albie Shore, Elder Bars, James Ingram, and Barry White. God rest his soul. Anyway, y'all, he done died after a struggle with brain cancer at 66. Y'all, and y'all know we got to plan this FUNE, and we got to do it right. But I just want y'all to know, legendary soul crooner James Ingram, who during his career earned 8 top 40 hits, 2 Grammys, and 14 Grammy nominations, as well as an Oscar and a Golden Globe nomination. He's died at 66. Now, in 1982, his single with Patty Austin, Baby Come, no, not Baby Come to Me, no, that's Regina Bell, but Baby Come to Me, was popularized on General Hospital. And yeah, he got some other stuff going on, but that ain't what you're here for. We here to plan this FUNE. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Some of y'all done contacted me and told me that y'all still ain't paid off y'all payday loans from Retha FUNE. And then I know some of y'all been affected by the affected by the government shutdown. And then you know most of y'all government shutdown people, you spent up all your January money in December trying to pay for Christmas. You figured you'd pay your bills late in January and that you'll catch up in February when you get your income tax. But Trump done fucked up the thing and the damn internet. Done fucked up the internet and the government. And now people money is fucked up. But we got to send this man home right, okay? We got to send this man home right. So for those of y'all who go down to Creflo Dollar Church, T.D. Jakes Church, John Gray Church, do us a favor. God won't mind. Stick your hand in the collection plate and pull out a few extra dollars so we can send James Ingram home right. I say we do this FUNE Secret Garden style, baby. I like the Secret Garden. This dog is right there playing with this ball. I like the Secret Garden. So for Secret Garden style, everything is a mystery, honey. Put me down for 1 pan of mystery wings with the secret sauce. Nestle girl, what you bringing? Drop down in the comments and let us know what you bringing to the Secret Garden themed FUNE. And we understand that government shutdown, coming off Christmas, income tax late, and Retha FUNE damn near bankrupt the FUNE fund. But please bring what you can. In addition to, we got to get the program together. Now, as soon as this man died, before they even got his body down to the morgue, I had got an email request that said, please do not let Quincy Jones nowhere near the program because we don't need Quincy Jones telling this man business or anybody else business with his senile ass. So I moved to strike Quincy Jones from being able to be on the program. Can I get a second? Last but not least, we need to get some singers together for this man FUNE. Now, Fantasia texted me at the beginning of the year and she said she FUNE'd out, that we don't murder her out. She ain't trying to get flued out to no more FUNEs because every time somebody die, we feel like it's her responsibility to do the tribute. And she said that her check from Aretha FUNE still ain't clear and she is mad. So we probably won't even be able to use Fantasia no more this year, and the year just started. You know, I could call in a favor with Jennifer Hudson. I don't feel like dealing with her attitude because you know mama got a very bad attitude, but I'm going to see what she could do. I'm trying to think. You know, I mean, we had banned Alicia Keys from FUNEs since she had the fucked up Whitney Houston FUNE. But since we on the budget and we ain't used her at all, and the music industry and TV ain't used her at all anytime soon, we might have to put Alicia Keys on the short list. Mary J. Blige's last CD didn't do too good. You know what I'm saying? Now keep in mind, the bitch be flat as hell, and arguably some people say she can't sing, but we calling in favors. We calling in favors. I might even have to call Jocelyn Hernandez and see if she don't want to be stingy no more with her cootie cat, and see if she could do a 1-2 step. Maybe we could get Amara La Negra. I'ma call Candy and see if Escape could do something. You know, them hoes think they all that now because they on tour or whatever, and Candy and Big Girl are made up or whatever. They might be busy. Somebody get Mona Scott Young on the line. Because Mona, between all 6 or 7 of the Love and Hip Hops, we should be able to funnel enough talent from the Love and Hip Hops to get this thing going on. Amen. Keep in mind, y'all. Oh, I did not mean it. What the hell I done did? Child, I had to press something or whatever. I had fucked that. This is why I need to hurry up and get in the studio space. Shit is everywhere. Nevertheless, between them, Mona Scott Young, we should have enough talent for the FUNE. Nevertheless, moving right along, y'all. One thing that I hate about Hollywood is that it's a very bandwagon type place. So now that they done did this Surviving R. Kelly documentary, these clowns want to now get together and they want to do a Surviving Michael Jackson documentary. What y'all think about that? Now see, here's the issue that I have with the Surviving the Neverland molestation documentary. From the looks of things, it looks like the people who want to do the documentary and participate in it, Wade Robinson, the dancer, were people who were paid off. So I just think, you know, let me give y'all the facts, then we'll get into what I think. Leaving Neverland documentary about Michael Jackson alleged child molestation coming soon. Leaving Neverland is a docuseries detailing the child molestation allegations against the legendary pop star icon Michael Jackson, and it premiered at Sundance last week. Oh, y'all, the shit already done. This documentary is told from the perspective of 2 alleged victims named Wayne Robson and James Safechuck. Sam Adams from the Slate.com in his review of this film states that both men go into vivid detail on how he groomed them and their parents until the boys were allowed to sleep over in his bedroom and alone. How he began to touch on the thigh and move to their clothes, reaching inside their pajamas and fondling their genitals and telling them to follow suit on his own body. He instructed them to spread their buttocks so he could see their anuses as he masturbated to completion. These people might not be lying. When Jackson was sued for sexual abuse in 1993, Robson was 11, appeared at the press conference to say that he and Michael Jackson had slept in the same bed without incident. And when criminal charges were filed against Jackson in 2005, Robson was called as a witness for the defense. Jackson's estate denied it all. So the first question is, why are they coming out now? And the second question is, should we believe them? Do y'all think Michael Jackson touched them boys? What do I think? I think it's possible. I think he did. I think he did. I think he did. Now, when I went down to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, them people ain't teach me nothing about child pedophilia and touching all between people's children in their ass and jacking off to their anus muscles. But if it is reasonable for me to believe on that interview when Michael Jackson 40-year-old ass was climbing that tree and then looked down at Barbara Walters or whoever the woman was doing the interview, it's like, you don't climb trees. You don't like to climb trees. In that moment, to me, it said that his brain was that of a 12-year-old, 13-year-old. That being said, it's not far-fetched for me to believe that his sexual exploits were that of a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old. Playing hide and go get it, hunching, rubbing, touching. You know, y'all, this shit is so old and it's exhausting talking about, but it ain't normal for no 40-year-old something man to be sleeping in no bed with no damn children. So the fact that that's abnormal, it ain't far-fetched for me to believe that his hand fell between them boys' legs, this, that, and the third. Now, did they embellish and put a little extra stank on it for a few extra coins? Possibly, but this whole Me Too movement, this R. Kelly movement, this women being raped movement has taught me to stop second guessing people when they say they've been touched. And not to say that we should automatically believe them, but we've got this thing in society where we automatically doubt people first and we believe them second. And I'm choosing to shift my way of thinking. And if somebody said they was raped, I'm going to side with them first until proven otherwise, because we've got to break this culture of re-victimizing people or people being scared to come out because they're not scared people are going to believe them, or they're scared that people are going to doubt what has happened to them. So that being said, I do believe that it's possible that Mike did. Oh, y'all, we having issues with the internet. I'm sorry, I'm back. I don't know, y'all. I think what's messing up Wade Robson in the court of public opinion is that you came out and said no when you were young, but now you're saying yes. Here's my thing. You already got the money. Now, here's what happened. I do believe it happened. I believe that he was paid off, and in exchange for being paid off, he had to make this go away and lie and say it didn't happen. You done ran through your money now. You ain't no longer getting no choreography jobs. And now your ass want to be famous again. So now you like, fuck it. Let me get popular again, riding off of this man. My thing with the Michael Jackson people, I can get down with the R. Kelly people because this shit is new. New revelations. These things are new. Y'all Michael Jackson people, this shit is old. Y'all already put this man through the ringer when he was alive. Now you want to put him through the ringer while he dead. Leave him alone and go away from me with this. Phaedra Parks voice. Here they ass go. Big grown ass white man. Quiet as it's kept. Like that mama told that girl on the Yanya, you look like you liked it, okay? I don't really understand what the problem is, because all three of them look like they lay up in the bed and be fucking one another anyway, but we gonna move right along. Black Chyna. I don't even want to talk about this story because this girl irks every piece of hair I have in my ass, okay? Now, my producer, Oliver Twist, put this story on the lineup because he is in touch with the young folks, and I'm going to say this first before I even get into the facts. At 35 years old, I don't even know this girl, but I hate everything about her. I hate everything she represents. I hate this whore lifestyle that she lives. I hate this jumping from bed to bed lifestyle. I hate this fake body lifestyle. Like, this girl, in my opinion, is the living embodiment of everything that is wrong with young black people in entertainment. And not all of them, but she represents the most exaggerated negatives of everything that is searching for external validation and having low self-esteem. The body, and here's the thing. So many people, so many of our young girls look up to Black Chyna, and I don't know why. So many grown folks look up to Chyna, and I don't know why. The only thing this girl has is stuff. Okay? Yes, she's got a Bentley and a Maserati and a Range Rover and a Distover and a Andover, and she's got a house and she's got all the clothes and she's got jewelry. Y'all, but look at what she gotta do to get it and maintain it. She jumping from every, and see, she's got a formula. If you notice, no established entertainers fuck with Black Chyna. She not pulling no dudes that have been in the league for 10 years. She's not pulling any celebrities of any true substance. She's pulling, these up-and-coming rappers who just signed a deal, who want to be co-signed by a big ass and some good pussy in the rap game. Pardon me, I'm telling my age. I don't even know who the fuck Kid Blue is, yet alone what he sings. When the poor child XXX Tentacion died, forgive me and God rest his soul, I did not know who he is, and I don't know what he sing. I don't know what Kodak Black sing. I don't know what none of these little people sing. I don't. Nevertheless, Black Chyna don't carry her ass down to Hawaii and showed her damn ass and got into another domestic dispute. Now, is it me, or do this bitch stay in a domestic dispute? Black Chyna people. Maybe if she took her crazy ass mammy around the world and I yah with her, she could be her bodyguard. Y'all saw, you know, and before I even get into this story, Black Chyna, you low down. Had your mama fucking up people Christmas gifts, driving a delivery van. You got all them Maseratis and Bimbalatis around there. Why is your mama driving the delivery van? Why isn't your mama on an automatic $5,000 a month stipend? But that's a whole nother episode, and that's not what we're here to talk about. Black Chyna misses her scheduled visit with her child for a trip to Hawaii and fights with Kid Boo. B-U-U. Kid Boo. See, this is what's wrong with these kids that grew up on these computers and with text message. The spell check did everything for them, and this child name is Kid Boo. B-U-U. And my old ass probably ain't even pronouncing that right. But last I checked, Boo was spelled B-O-O. That's what those of us that grew up on Casper the Friendly Ghost. Boo. Nevertheless, people confirms that officers and paramedics responded to the Ritz-Carlton residence in Honolulu. Y'all done went down to the Ritz-Carlton and fucked up the thing. Now y'all could have took y'all ass down to the Holiday Inn or to the fucking Hampton Inn and showed out. Done went down to the Ritz. They ain't that with no Nene them fucked up the thing at the Intercontinental. Nevertheless, the police were called, but nobody went to jail. Let me speed through this because I really don't care. The police was called. Nobody went to jail. It was a he say, she say situation. Y'all know how that shit go, that Bobby Whitney shit. But the real gag is she missed her visit with her child. Right there trying to secure the bag in Honolulu, Hawaii with Kid Boo. Or whatever the case may be. Who do y'all think her baby should go stay with? Quiet as it's kept, sending the baby around there with them Kardashians ain't no better, so you might as well just let it stay with the mama. Let's move right on along. Next, we got our reality TV moment. So for those of you guys who don't know, Andy Cohen is having a baby. Woohoo. Shouts out to the gays having kids, I guess, honey. And some of the Real Housewives alums planned him a baby shower. It was Nene, Vicky, Teresa, Kyle, And it was one more of them hoes had done planned this man a old nasty baby shower. They even let the Dallas girls come. But people are more intrigued by the fact that Phaedra Parks has been hanging around lately. And, Nene made those comments on Watch What Happened Live that, she would be open to Phaedra coming around, so on and so forth. Let me read you the facts that we're going to discuss. The Housewives host baby shower for Andy Cohen. RHOA alum Phaedra Parks was in attendance in all of the original Housewives across the franchise. Leaks hosted a baby shower for their boss, Andy Cohen, out in Beverly Hills, California last week. Cynthia Bailey was there, Eva Marshall, even Marlo Hampton's thieving ass was in there with them fashions on off the mannequin and somebody dead granddaddy card. She probably had one of them government shutdown worker cards or whatever. So don't be surprised when they send out the payroll checks, your shit still don't hit because Marlo was down in your account so she could make her ass down to, why do I always wear this woman out? We're going to take a moment of silence and we're going to pray for me right now because I cannot continue living my life wearing this woman out like this the way I do it. God is not pleased with me for doing that. God, please let her stop stealing so I can stop wearing her out. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. What y'all think about Phaedra hanging with the girls? So y'all know me, I don't stop watching the damn Housewives already. The shit just done got late. It done got old. To be honest with you, I'm about done with all this reality TV shit. It's just old, stale, and ain't none of it new. But Phaedra ass been back in the mix with the girls. I will say I think they need to bring Phaedra and Kenya back. I never thought the day would come that I would be saying bring Kenya's ass back. As much as we hate her, we need her. And quiet as it's kept, bring Sheree dumbass back too. I like when Sheree be there and they be laughing and picking on her and stuff. Bring them all back. But y'all, Andy having a baby, y'all. So y'all, we got a bit of breaking news, and we're gonna shift gears from our fun hot topics into some more serious news that broke yesterday, and this will also help us lead into our main topic. But Jussie Smollett got attacked yesterday in Chicago, leaving his hotel, allegedly by some MAGA supporters or people who were wearing MAGA hats. Not really sure what the significance of that is, if there is any correlation or if it's just coincidence. So let's get down to the facts and then we'll talk about what's going on. So CNN reports that Empire actor Jussie Smollett was attacked in the early morning hours on Tuesday in Chicago. Police were called this a possible hate crime. Smollett was attacked by two people who were yelling out racial and homophobic slurs and poured an unknown chemical substance on the victim. One of Smollett's alleged attackers put a rope around his neck, according to the police. Both fled the scene. Smollett took himself to Northwestern Hospital and is in good condition, authorities said. So let's unpack this for a moment. There's a lot going on here. For one, whoever these two people are were walking around town looking for trouble and looking for some shit to start because a noose is just not some shit people have in their back pocket. That's number one. Number two, I don't know why any white person who claims not to be racist would wear a MAGA hat. Simply because we've already established that a certain section of the U.S. who is racist are adamant about wearing these MAGA hats. And so it would seem to me that if you didn't want to be associated with being racist, you wouldn't wear a MAGA hat either. Whole nother topic. Lastly, Jussie, why were you out that time of night without security? But then again, Jussie strikes me as the type who likes to live like a normal person, and they film at that particular The cast stays at that particular hotel, so it probably is nothing for him to walk to and fro subway in the middle of the night. I don't know. This is just bad all the way around, but it brings me to a greater point. Do you guys remember when Kevin Hart caught all the flack about the tweets saying faggot, this, that, and the third? And a lot of people were like, damn, it was old. It's just a big deal. What is the big deal? Well, here's the big deal. For those of us who can actually think and who can separate entertainment from real life, it's not a big deal. Okay? One is entertainment, one is real life. Just like those of us who recognize that half the shit these rappers sing about in the music, they don't live. All this shoot 'em up, drink lean and pop 40 Mollies and Percocets. Them motherfuckers is not doing that, okay? However, I say this and I live by this. 90% of Americans are stupid. I am of the firm belief that only 10% of Americans actually possess the ability to think. 90% of the U.S. is stupid. And that being said, there is a faction of people out there who cannot separate entertainment and comedy from real world. So when you have people on platforms like Kevin Hart and others who throw these slurs around, you've got these pea-brained, brain cell having mofos who think it's cool, and they think that that's the gradient by which they should measure their lives and how they should conduct themselves. Now, here is the beautiful thing. Homophobia is real, y'all. I'm not glad that this happened to Jussie, but I am glad that it happened to someone who has a platform large enough to call attention to what some of us deal with every day. Jussie, what was I about to say? I looked down at this dog in my lap and I lost my train of thought. Had this not been Jussie, this would not have made the news. It would have been unrecorded. It would have been just another faggot that got beat up on the streets. I can tell you countless stories of when I've had friends that have been gay bashed, or we've been bothered and attacked, and the police have been called, and the police wouldn't even take a report. That's just how little society as a whole at times tends to think of gay people. So I am glad that this happened to Jussie, so the larger world can see this not so random act of violence, because I don't think that this was random. I don't have all the details, but I know people were saying that, he was on his Instagram and on this, basically telling his every move to folks. I don't know. I hate that this happened to him, but I think that it's going to work out for his good and for the good of the community when it's all said and done. Y'all drop that in the comments and let me know what you think. But this brings me to my next thing that I wanted to talk about, which is, y'all like these little cars. Shouts out to Oliver Twist, my producer, for creating these little cars. When we get the new set, y'all, we going to really have it going on, and I can start running this like nigga business. But in the meantime, we going to do what we got to do. So this brings me to my main topic, which is toxic masculinity. So one thing that I wanted to do with this show, y'all, to separate me from the rest and to separate me from the Wendy Williamses of the world, is that it's always fun to do the funny stuff, but what good is this platform if you're not educating folks or just doing some thought-provoking, having some thought-provoking conversation? I don't support Bill Cosby, but one of my favorite quotes by Bill Cosby, you guys have heard me say this before. He said, if you can make people laugh, you now have their attention. You can now deliver the message. And that's why I felt it was important that we incorporated a main discussion topic in the meat and potatoes of all of this. So every week, I never know what the main discussion topic is going to be. It's typically inspired by just something going on in the world or something going on in my life. This week's topic was inspired by me watching Love and Marriage Huntsville. And when I finished watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, I was fucking infuriated. And I was like, okay, Carlos King, we've gone from exploiting black women in the most negative of ways, meaning this ghetto hairdressing, fighting in the salon, throwing bottles, Evelyn jumping across tables. We've gone from that extreme to now showing the most extreme toxic levels of masculinity on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So it's like we traded one poison for another. And what do I mean by that? On that show, you've got two men on there who are just assholes. Like, one is just a serial cheater as far as I'm concerned, and the other one treats his wife like a goddamn slave and just thinks that that is how it is supposed to be. And it grinded my gears. It grinded my gears to the point of chorus. So before we get down into the topic, I said 90% of Americans, per my standards, are stupid. So let me explain to those of you guys who don't quite understand this topic. Toxic masculinity in America, a social science term that describes a narrow, repressive type of idea about a male gender role that defines masculinity as exaggerated masculine traits like being violent, unemotional, sexually aggressive, and so forth. Also suggests that men that act too emotional or maybe aren't violent enough or don't do all the things that real men do can get their man card taken away. Don't that shit just sound stupid? Moving forward, many people confuse the difference between masculinity and toxic masculinity. However, one can be masculine without being toxic. Some beliefs of toxic masculinity are, and this is the part that I want y'all to pay attention to because this is what we're about to talk about. Some beliefs of toxic masculinity are interactions between men and women always have to be competitive and not cooperative. Men can never truly understand women, and that men and women can never be just friends. That real men need to be strong, and showing emotion is a sign of weakness unless it's anger, and that's considered okay. The idea that men can never be victims of abuse and talking about it is shameful. The idea that real men always want sex and are ready for it at any time. The idea that violence is the answer to everything and real men solve their problems through violence. The idea that men could never be single parents and that men shouldn't be very interactive in their children's learning and development and that men should always be the dominant one in the relationship. The idea that any interest in a range of things that are strictly considered feminine would be emasculation of a guy. Now, y'all, I just got upset. Buddy, get off my lap, please. I just got upset reading this shit. Quiet as. Y'all forgive me. I don't know why that keeps doing that. I just got upset reading that shit because it's all stupid. So I had this saying that I adopted about 10 years ago that said I would never want to be straight. I would never want to be a straight man. And here is why. It's too many fucking rules. If you wear pink, you gay. If you don't sit like this, you gay. If you listen to this type of music, you gay. If you eat at this type of place, you gay. If you hang around these females over here, you gay. If your car is blue, you gay. If you like to wear button-up shirts and not baggy clothes, you gay. It's too many rules. And now y'all see why straight men walk around with all this goddamn anger trying to balance all these damn rules and trying to balance life. I think that the driving force in toxic masculinity is both men and women. You know, I hear MC Light song, got a roughneck, gotta have a roughneck. I want a roughneck, gotta have a roughneck. You know, and I hear a lot of women talk about how they want, you know, this ultra macho, super duper macho guy, and I'm not knocking it. Don't nobody want a wuss, and I completely understand that, but it has to be balanced, and we have to move away from, buddy, get off of me, I'm trying to work. Go get in your bed. See, that was toxic how I just kicked my dog off. We've got to move away from some of this. So what pissed me off on Love and Marriage Huntsville was that the man said to the wife's friend that I don't want my wife going to no networking events with you and leaving me here with the kids. Those are her kids. I just happen to be their father. He felt that it was beneath him to watch the kids, to cook for the kids, to care for the kids. He had no idea that his daughter had a peanut allergy. The kids were hungry, and he basically let them starve until the woman got back because he did not know how to cook, and he felt that it was not his place as a man to do any kind of taking care of the children. That is stupid to me. And anybody who buys into this whole, you know, well, to each his own and that works for them, that's bullshit. Another thing we got to do in this society, I think we need to get back to a place where we actually did have rules that everybody abided by. We now live in this culture where the answer to everything is to each his own. Well, if that worked for them, that's them. No, that shit is wrong. And it ain't no if that works for them. That shit is wrong. And if you are a woman who is sitting by and ain't allowing your husband to help you with your kids, you stupid. You stupid. In 2019, and I said this on my Instagram the other day, in 2019, all that shit go out the window as far as I'm concerned, bitch. We both gonna work, we both gonna contribute, we both gonna drive these kids to PTA, we both gonna scrub toilets, we both gonna cook. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, that it's got to be 50-50. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's in many instances, it's more natural for women to cook. They've been raised that way. A lot of people like to cook. But I've also found situations where relationships have fallen apart because people have been too busy trying to subscribe to gender roles that fall outside of their natural talents. If you are a woman and you can't cook, case in point, and I know some women that are very close to me who can't cook, and it has caused strife in their marriage because the expectation was for them to cook and they couldn't do it, didn't have interest in it, and the man was able to do it better. Why didn't he just cook? See, I think for me too, and before I get back on toxic masculinity, I think why I am so desensitized to gender roles is because based on my parents' work schedule growing up, the roles were reversed. My stepmom, my parents purposely made their work schedules so one of them was always home with us. My stepmama went to work at 5:30 in the morning and she got off at like 2:30. My dad went in at 3:30 in the afternoon and got off at like 11 at night, which meant all the getting ready for school, all the doctor's appointments, all the fixing of lunches, my dad did that. And my stepmom came home, she did the second shift. She did the homework, she assisted with dinner and whatever other household chores needed to be done at night. But my dad did the chores in the daytime. If a load of towels needed to be washed, he washed the damn towels. So I did not grow up with this, a man does this and a woman does this. And y'all, I think that shit is stupid. Now, I'm not saying that your man shouldn't be your provider and this, that, and the third, but I had somebody get in the comments yesterday, and she was like, well, I'm sorry, a man supposed to take out the garbage. That's just how I was raised. And let's break down this just how I was raised defense. So, that's just how you was raised. That means it's a learned behavior. Any behavior that was learned can be unlearned. Just because you were raised that way doesn't make it right. Think about how many ass backward ways all of us were raised and we had to abandon. I posed a question on my Instagram for ladies who believe that it is solely a man's responsibility to take out the garbage. And it is so stupid to me and primitive how we attach jobs to gender. I can think of 20 other things that women do around the house that is far worse than taking out the garbage. Now, if your defense is it's heavy and I can't lift it, that is why I prefer my husband to take out the garbage, I have no complaint there. I have zero complaint. But if that garbage weighs the same amount as that heavy ass fake Chanel bag you got, and you can't take it out simply because you're a woman, that's a little backwards to me. Let's break down some tasks that women do around the house that is far worse than taking out the garbage, in my opinion. Cleaning shitty Pampers. Bitch, I would die if I ever got doo-doo on my hand. I just would. I would die if I got boo-boo on my hand. Cleaning toilets and you got a house with 5 and 6 people and 4 of them is little boys. Cleaning a toilet to me is far more disgusting and far more degrading than taking out garbage. Yet, it would seem to me, following the logic behind the man supposed to take out the garbage, it would seem to me that his ass supposed to clean the toilet and all them other nasty ass manly chores around the house. Nevertheless, getting back to the topic, because I'm going off on a tangent here. Getting back to this toxic masculinity thing. The belief that interactions amongst men and women have to be competitive and not cooperative. That's what we were talking about. Let's cooperate. I don't get down with this man supposed to tell a woman what to do and she supposed to be submissive. We supposed to be partners, y'all. Like, it's 2019. When are we going to start thinking for ourselves and drop all this primitive, grandma did it and the Bible said let's do that type of stuff? Men can never truly understand women and women can never truly understand men. I don't agree with that either. I believe that all of that shit is social construct. I believe that the only difference between men and women is women got a vagina and breast and men got a dick. Outside of that, the rest of it is social conditioning. Real men need to be strong, and showing emotion is a sign of weakness unless it's anger, and that's considered okay. That's why so many of y'all walking around here in abusive relationships. Our life is made up of energy. Sad energy, anxious energy, aggressive energy. So women, when y'all get fucked up or something happens, you have an outlet. You have a means of releasing that energy. You cry. You can cry. And the world has created a safe space for y'all to be able to cry. Here's the thing. If men are unable to cry, because that's gay, it's soft, it's weak, from a physical perspective, it still doesn't change the fact that that energy has to be released. So if I can't release it through tears or some gentler emotion, it's going to come out one way or another. And the only acceptable emotion for a man is anger. Then you best better believe I'm finna bust somebody upside the head. That's where all that comes from. That's why there are so many domestic violence situations, because men are not granted safe spaces to be emotional. And I am sorry, emotions are not gender specific. Everybody gets sad. Everybody gets their feelings hurt. Everybody gets happy. Everybody gets upset. So why is one group allowed to express it the way that nature naturally intended and the other isn't? And here's the thing somebody brought up. Somebody else got in the comments, one of the stupid people, and they and tried to chew me out and was like, I don't like this term. It's gaining momentum and it's targeting black men. One of those people that you can't have a conversation with without it becoming a black thing. And it's not a black man term. Toxic masculinity, it's a term that refers to men of all color because it is present in male culture. Toxic masculinity is what leads to this Me Too movement needing to be. The thought that it is okay for men to be sexual, that the thought that it's okay for them to sleep around and that women can't. And let's not get it twisted, because there's toxic femininity as well, which is rarely talked about. And we're going to talk about that on one of these shows too. But, y'all, we just got to let this shit go. Like, it's 2019. Like, I'm just not about the primitive shit. I think that we should just close our eyes, breathe open, and just live however your spirit tells you to live. Whatever emotion your spirit tells you to exemplify or exude at that moment, you should not have to check a checklist. All right, I'm in front of my homeboys. I really want to cry right now, but I can't. But I'm going to punch this wall instead. Like, that shit is stupid, and it's got to come to an end. And men have their part to do in it, but women, y'all got y'all part in it too, in terms of making men feel less than when they express themselves. But then again, some of y'all was raised with crackhead ass mammies, and the only thing y'all understand is being knocked upside the head. Last but not least, before I move on, the message that I want to send to black people in particular, and this is when I will address black people. We've got a lot of psychological coping mechanisms that we had to adopt during slavery, that we had to adopt during the civil rights movement, that we had to adopt during the crack epidemic. Here's the reality of the situation. Our ancestors died and gave their lives so we could have a better one, and so we could start anew. It is time that we recognize where some of these traits come from, and it is time that we begin to rewire ourselves and abandon some of them. Yes, hundreds of years ago, we were not in a situation where we were able to cry or show, I don't even want to call it weakness, a gentler side of us, because we had things to do. Bitch, we had to pick this cotton, we had to bale this hay, we had to integrate this bus, we had to integrate this school. It ain't no time for that. Wipe them tears. You got to be strong. We got to push on. We got to carry on. But the reality of the situation, y'all, is that in some regard, we've made it. So now we can abandon some of those coping mechanisms and find a better way to live, a more harmonious way to live, where we're happy and everything is euphemonious. Nevertheless, y'all, I'm going to attach some notes and some articles in the description box about toxic masculinity for those of you guys who want to read up on it. And we're going to move right along. This bitch done fucked up the thing! Lord, can y'all guess who done fucked up the thing this week? Let's see. I just like saying that. This bitch done fucked up the thing! Y'all, this week, Erykah Badu and Taraji Henson done fucked up the thing. Now, let me tell y'all what these hoes done did. Erykah Badu and Taraji P. Henson get dragged for comments regarding R. Kelly. They've come under fire when she indirectly implied Harvey Weinstein isn't receiving the same smoke as R. Kelly, despite former allegations arising far quicker than latter. Badu also got her hands dirty imploring her Chicago audience to give R&B love instead of crucifying him. Basically, both ladies end up backpedaling and pussy popping and taking out of context social media love attacks defense. Now, here's the first thing I want to say. Black people, here's the quickest way for me to unfriend you. When I'm talking to you about another black person, don't bring no, we in mixed company, so I can't say the word I wanted to say. Dear black people, when I am having a conversation with you about a black person, do not bring a white person into the argument as a means of an example. Case in point, they crucifying R. Kelly, but what about Harvey Weinstein? What about Harvey Weinstein? I said this in an earlier video. My first obligation and priority are to people who look like me. I don't give two fucks what Harvey Weinstein is doing. And I'm sorry. And Amanda Seales said this, and I co-signed it. And for my white people out there, I don't mean to offend you with your own history, but I'm finna have to give it to you. White people been pillaging and plundering and raping from the beginning of time in this damn country. That shit ain't nothing new. I don't expect shit from them. I don't. Sorry, not sorry. I don't expect shit from white people. I really don't. However, black people, I'm going to hold you to a higher standard than I'm going to hold Harvey Weinstein. I don't give a fuck about Harvey Weinstein, his wife, his kids, his mammy, his grandmammy. White folks been getting away with shit. They been doing shit, whatever. I'm going to hold my black people to a higher standard. I'm sorry. That's just me. So don't come talking to me about no shit about some white person when we having an argument about a brother or a sister. That's number one. Number two, so Taraji, you just shut the fuck up and stick to that ghetto ass acting on Empire, because you done about fucked up that thing too. And Erykah Badu, I love you. Erykah Badu is my favorite artist on the planet. However, her timing was off. Most of America is dumb. Most of America lacks the ability to separate Erykah's sentiments from their emotions right now about R. Kelly. What Erykah simply was saying is, despite the fact that he did it, he still needs love. You know, and I love him. I love his contributions to the game. And she had to come back and clean it up by saying, I can love you and not condone what you did. So for those of you guys who are lack the ability to walk and chew gum at the same time, think about your cousin or your uncle that went to jail for theft, shooting, murder, whatever it is they did. You still love that person, though you don't condone what they did. Where Erykah went wrong was just the block was too hot for her to express any kind of sympathy towards R. Kelly right now, publicly. I do like what she said in an interview recently when she had to clean it up. She's on her apology tour. She said, one, you know, she was glad that her comments were able to at least spark conversation. But two, she said that she is willing to be wrong and willing to be the bad guy if a right solution comes out of it in the end. I'm paraphrasing like a motherfucker and I don't fuck that all up. But those done fucked up the thing. Let's wrap on up and get ready to get on out of here. Marlo Hampton or the Hampton Inn, baby. In or out. So y'all, this week's Marlo Hampton or Hampton Inn is inspired by the SAG Awards. So the first person we got on the thing is Lady Gaga, honey. Is this Marlo Hampton or Hampton Inn? Baby, I think she giving me an old Marlo Hampton tea, baby. You know, Gaga tends to get it right. Ever since she don't stop wearing raw meat and pieces of bacon and shit on her body as she fool-la-la through the damn thing. Y'all stir it up for Gaga. Moving right along. That's Marlo Hampton. Yes, Dineva Guerrero. I just fucked her name up. I took her from African and made her Spanish. Dineva Guerrero. The girl from Wakanda. Forever. Marlo Hampton or the Hampton Inn? I think she giving me a Marlo Hampton tea, bitch. I'm loving the skin. I'm loving the hair. I'm loving the dainty jewelry. I'm loving the length. I'm loving that ivory color. I'm really loving the skin. Mama's skin is glowing so great. She could have just showed up naked, honey. Now, Lady Gaga, this is who could wear raw meat to the thing and still be Marlo Hampton. Eddie Griffin, Marlo Hampton or Hampton Inn. I'ma say Marlo Hampton simply because Eddie ain't got no money, so he about done stole that damn jacket, okay? We gonna go ahead and give him Marlo Hampton. Eddie looked good though, because the last time I saw Eddie, he was on a Vlad TV interview, and he wasn't looking all that. Well, quiet as it's kept, he was looking unkept like me on this sofa right now. So, you know, I clean up well, Eddie clean up well. Maybe he just, you know, was relaxing, but this is how he looked when he trying to work. I know that's right. It ain't honest, but it pays the bills. Lupita Nyong'o. I'm gonna let y'all decide. Let me see what Lupita giving. Marlo Hampton or Hampton Inn? I think, Lupita. Okay, let me start with what I like. I like the hair in the face. I see where they was trying to go. I don't want to do it to Lupita because it's Lupita, but I'm going to have to give her Hampton Inn. I'm not featuring this. Like, it's got potential. She is gorgeous. I love the sensuality from here. I love the sensuality from the cleavage on up. I love that part. But it's just something about this bottom part, and it's look like she got a petticoat on up under there, and then she got summertime spaghetti straps right here, but she freezing in Chicago down here with the arms. It's I'm not featuring her. Mahershala Ali, baby. Let me tell you one thing about that Mahershala Ali. I don't give a good goddamn what they say. That nigga is all right with me. Baby, I want him to touch me on the inside part and call my name. Marlo Hampton, baby. I will hold out for you like Marlo Hampton. And I won't charge you that much. Mahershala, I won't charge you that much. In the words of IHOP, $5.99 is you out of your mind. Yes, honey. Mahershala Ali, that brother is fine. And shouts out to Mahershala Ali. He is popping up all over the place. We goes up for Mahershala. And last but not least, baby, the everlasting goddess, the everlasting truth, Miss Angela Bassett, bitch. Y'all ain't even got a vote. She is Marlo Hampton, Marlo Hampton, Marlo Hampton. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something. Angela Bassett, I just got a report that, and y'all didn't even know this. I'm finna put y'all up on game. Y'all know there's a secret society that's one notch above the Illuminati. And it's the coven, it's the witches. And so far, it's only 2 people in Hollywood that is confirmed parts of the witch coven. Number 1 is Sade. Sade ain't aged since my mama saw her in 87. And Angela Bassett joined it right after Waiting to Exhale. And she ain't aged. Matter of fact, she reversed age. Them hoes is witches. Okay? Angela Bassett is a witch. Oh, Cicely Tyson in it too. There's witches. And they said they going out for Viola Davis. So don't be surprised if Viola start aging in reverse or whatever, because they joined the witch coven, which is one notch above the Illuminati. And that is what Angela Bassett is in. And the witches told her it is her time now. That is why she is appearing on everything, looking effervescent, looking for real, looking good. And y'all, she looked good, baby. She looked good. Y'all, we got through the show. And hopefully, this will be the last time that I have to bring y'all the show in this janky fashion. Come on, buddy. In this janky fashion from the sofa because I really don't like doing this, and I like it better with Shit's Professional. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I can blow my nose now because we done. So for those of you guys who got to go to work, this is the portion of the show where you can actually close out and go play with your husband or play with yourself and do whatever it is you need to do because the show is over. And now I'm just going to drop down and play with the audience for a little bit. Oh, you know what? We do a very good job of getting done in an hour, and I don't be paying attention to the time.
Fourth down.
So y'all, let's jump down in these questions, and I'm here to talk to y'all and see what you want to talk about. Hey, buddy. The people say, hey, buddy. Hey, bud. Hey. Yes, Buddy. Buddy did have a brother. His name is Georgie. Georgie is alive and well. He is in Atlanta with Dr. Zelda. Y'all can look up Dr. Zelda and check on Georgie. Her Instagram name is @PrettyGlamThing. Pretty Glam Thing. And what happened was I called Zelda and was like, Zelda, will you watch Georgie for me for 2 weeks because you can only fly with one dog at a time. I flew home with Buddy, and then I was supposed to go back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks turned into 2 months, and then when I went back to get the dog, Zelda was like, I mean, you know, you don't have to get him right now. And I was like, okay, good, because I'm just on a quick turnaround. So then 2 months turned into 5 months. So then I went to get him, and Zelda was like, well, he's been here now for 5 months. You can't just like come and just snatch him out of this environment. And then 5 months turned into a year, and now I don't know if I own Georgie anymore. You know, me and Zelda kind of got shared custody. I send her money from time to time, but I sent her a text the other day. I was like, can I have my dog back? And she was like, yeah, but I don't know if she's going to let me have him back for real. So that's what happened to Georgie, y'all. But she has a dog named Bella, and they play very well. She's giving him a very good home. What do I think about the whole Wendy situation and Nick Cannon filling in for her? I mean, I don't think much about it. You know, it's surprising that she's even letting anyone fill in for her, but she's going to most definitely let someone who is non-threatening fill in for her. You know, Wendy had a rule once before that nobody will fill in for her. And that's why they were doing the Hot Topics panel. And then she let Jerry O'Connell do it. But I can assure you, you will never see a woman fill in for Wendy. You'll damn sure never see a black woman fill in for Wendy. Because in a time like this, the ideal person to have done it would have been like a Nene Leakes. Would have been me. Nina could have did it. Nina Parker, that does the things. Nina could do it. Any of the girls from Entertainment Tonight could have did it. Tamar Braxton could actually do it very well. And y'all, it's rare that I give Tamar props. Tamar could have did it very well. Phaedra could have filled in, but you'll never see another black woman fill in for Wendy because she's too threatened about somebody else getting that type of exposure on her platform. What do I have to say about Miss D, the Dancing Dolls, and Coach D? So I ain't really been keeping up with that. I've been seeing those mamas and stuff and Coach D posting all these live videos, and I will say this. I think it takes away from your brand when you stoop down off your chariot. You're on television with this highly well-produced stuff, and you got these camera phone videos fucking with bitches. My whole thing is you give people's words validity when you respond. Why do y'all think I don't ever respond to these countless videos that these bitches make? I'm on a whole nother playing field. Y'all are dogs barking at park cars. What I'd have been so classy based on them hoes. Any statement would have come from my publicist. Y'all, first of all, I forgot to all y'all with the super chat. Y'all show me love with them super chats, baby. I appreciate it and I thank you. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. You know, one of the reasons why I was apprehensive about doing this live stuff is because I really think some of this internet panhandling that people do is lame as fuck. Y'all ain't never see me on my Instagram, even when I had 280,000 followers, begging people that promote with me. Promote your business with me. Advertise with me. That, to me, y'all, that's begging. It's begging. You have not heard me, and you will never hear me on my live talking about, give me super chats, super chat me, super chat. I don't, that shit is begging. I don't like that. Don't get me wrong. I am thankful for the love, and for those of you guys who give, I take that super chat money and I reinvest it into the show. And I thank you and I appreciate you. But I don't want y'all to think I'm on here begging for your money, because bitch, Cookie Tookie taught me how to suck a $40 dick. Okay? There's a lot of other things I can do before I have to beg y'all for $2.99 and $5.99. But for those of you guys who give anyway, thank you. Thank you for your super chat. Nicole Collins, thank you for the $4.99, honey. I'm gonna go down to the bar and get me a drink tonight. Stir it up, honey. Stir it up. Now that's what. Now if they change the title from super chat to bartail money, then bitch, I'm gonna be on here begging all the time. Nessa girl, give me $5 for a drink. Nessa girl, give me $5 for a Hennessy. Nessa girl, give me $10 for a W. Can a bitch get a drink? That's what they need to do. I need to find some drink. A drink thing. Yeah, now I'm begging. Y'all send me some drink money. Super chat me some drink money. Yes. Yes, honey. I want to give a special shout out to Mona Lisa for them $2. Fancy T for her 10. Lazeria Perry for her 5. Tanasha for the 10. Miss M for the $4.99. Tanasha gave another 10. Cordy gave 5. Miss Mona Lisa for the 2. Tierra, thank you so much for the $4.99. Mahogany Beauties, thank you for the $5. Miss Happy and Blessed, Jay Taylor, Travel the World, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all and y'all coined. Let's jump back in these questions real quick. What do I think about Super Scent and Big Booty Judy and Shekinah? Ooh, I was hoping y'all wouldn't have asked me about that, because I don't like commenting on my friends. I don't. I have a cool relationship with Shekinah, obviously through the whole Candy Rashida Tiny Circle. And I just met Scent when I went to New Orleans. I never met Judy. I have a working relationship with Scent. She's cool. She's awesome. She's great. In a perfect world, I wish that none of this would have transpired on social media. That's what I'll say. I think that it takes away from everybody's brand and prestige when you reduce yourself to airing out your internal business on a live and going back and forth. And all of them are big in their own right. And when you fussing and calling people bitches and hoes on live, it just, while I ingested the content, it just made me cringe, and I just wish that it would have went down the other way, especially considering the fact that the bitch that caused all this turmoil ain't even worth it. Like, I'm just not finna upset my makeup or disturb my tears over a bitch who hair starred behind their ears. That's just not what we finna do. That's not what we doing. That is not what we doing. I ain't arguing with no bitch who got less hair on her head than I do under my arms. That's not what we doing. Yes, y'all send that drink money, bitch. I'm trying to go down to the bar tonight. Send that drink money, bitch. Now I beg for that. Send that drink money, bitch. Let a bitch get $5. Keep on sending it. Now let me stop. The Fire Festival. I swear to God, I'm going to do Fire Festival as soon as I get off this thing. I told y'all that last week. I swear to you, I was going to go straight down to the bar, and I'm hungry. I was going to make me some pancakes. I swear to God, on my mama grave, I'm going to do Fire Festival as soon as I get off this line. As soon as I get off this line. Somebody put thoughts on B. Scott. I don't have any thoughts on B. Scott. I don't know him. He's cool. I respect what he does in media. He's been consistent. He was one of the very first kind of YouTubers in my genre of YouTube. I've got nothing but respect for B Scott. I don't know him. Do I have any tea on Candy and Tamar? I do, but I can't reveal that. Do you think you'll ever start doing Greenleaf reviews? So here's the thing about the scripted TV show reviews. Greenleaf is fun, but unless I take Greenleaf and apply a real world situation to it, and then we talk about that, then it just becomes me regurgitating or giving a rundown of what happened on the episode. And I find that to be boring for people who watch the episode. I'm simply just giving you the cliff notes of the episode. That's why I don't do as much scripted stuff, because it's kind of hard to squeeze much content out of the scripted stuff unless it's just really, really good. Yes, y'all sending that drink money, bitch. I'm going to stir it up tonight on your behalf. Thank you, Tiffany Peterson. Can you review the Ted Bundy documentary on Netflix? Kimberly Glover asked. Kimberly, I'm scared to watch that. So I tend to watch Netflix like at night. Like in a perfect world, I would get off of here with y'all and like eat, fix me a drink, and get on Netflix. I can't watch that shit at night, and I live alone. Jamise Clark said, you met me years ago in Atlanta. So happy how I progressed in my career. Forever fan. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see what else we got here. Lorenz Tate is a whole warlock out here. Yes, it has been confirmed that Lorenz Tate is part of the witch coven as well. They keep saying B. Smith husband. I don't know who B. Smith is, y'all. I'm sorry. You know, when I shut down, excuse me. When I shut down my written blog, I really stopped following a lot of like popular culture. Y'all don't, and I never really talked about this, but keeping up with pop culture on a day-to-day basis, it really will fuck you up because you are putting a lot of garbage into your mental. And I remember, you know, when I was at the peak of my blogging time, I was just in the nitty-gritty with that stuff. So when I shut the blog down and I decided what things I was going to do on the video side, y'all, I don't really pay attention to a lot of that stuff anymore. They say Judy was being messy. Though I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I will say, I am going to take 3 seconds and be messy on that situation. I will say this. If Shekinah heard what she heard on a recording, the way she said she did, then child, it ain't even nothing to talk about. Like, if it's on a recording. Now, I don't know if Shekinah actually heard a recording or if she was just saying that to pull their card. But if it's on the recording, girl, then I mean, you know, you can't argue with the tapes. Y'all keep saying the B. Smith situation. Oliver, who is B. Smith? What's going on with B. Smith? Maybe I can do it on a separate video tomorrow once I get some information. Is Keith Washington available for the FUNE? We might could get Keith Washington for the FUNE. Yes. Oh, you know what I just noticed, y'all? With this live chat stuff, because of the questions go through so fast, when you attach money to it, it actually pops up like first in my phone and gets my attention. Just the FYI, I ain't begging, but when this guy just, drink money, B. So when okay, see, hey, Tanisha West. So if okay, gotcha. Okay, what my producer said. B. Smith's husband slammed for having girlfriend while his wife battles Alzheimer's disease. I mean, well, shit, she don't know. Oh, that was not nice. That wasn't nice. Okay. Tanisha Godfrey said B. Smith was the first Martha Stewart. Gotcha. I mean, don't most of y'all live by what you don't know won't hurt you? I mean, I was so wrong for that. Somebody say get Nikki Gilbert down to the FUNE. Yes, Nikki Gilbert. So we'll probably I'll do B. Smith tomorrow. Then I'll read up on B. Smith. Y'all want me to do B. Smith tonight, or y'all want me to do Fire Festival tonight? Which one? He moved her in the house though. He moved her in the house. Okay, but my question is, do B. Smith know who she is? Or do B. Smith just think, I don't know, she their daughter? Alright, so I'm going to do Fire Festival first. Y'all, I don't know. I'm about to get off this line. I'm going to do, you know what? I'm going to do Fire. Let me not lie to y'all. Because my throat hurt. Fire Festival will be ready for you in the morning. My phone just rang, and that's one of my homegirls down to the bar. I got to go meet her with some of this drink money y'all done gave me. And plus, y'all got to go to bed anyway. It's 10:28. Who finna stay up? It's going to take me. I got to reset these lights. I got to look at where the lights at. I got to reset the lights. Go back over there. I got to record it. Then it's going to take 40 minutes to upload. If I was to do Fire Festival, real talk, and this is just me being honest. If I was to do Fire Festival tonight, it's going to take 30 minutes to record. That's 11:30 to set up, 11:30, 12. It won't even be up to 12:30, 12:45. Y'all is not finna be up at no 12:30, 12:45. So I'll do it when I come back from the bar and have it ready for y'all in the morning. And that is my promise. I promise you I will. I promise, I vow, I will. And then I'm going to do B. Smith for y'all tomorrow too, because this is interesting. I'm going to go read it up. But y'all, this is the show. We did 20 minutes of audience commentary and questions. I'm going to leave the line open for y'all to hoo-hoo and ha-ha amongst yourself. And I'm finna get out of here. I'll call you later, girl. Bah! Stir it up, honey. Stir it up, honey. Send me some drink money, bitch. Buddy, we got through it.